Welcome to this tutorial on implementing physics with JBullet. JBullet is a popular physics engine for Java that lets you simulate real-world physics in your applications. Today, we're going to explore its features through practical examples. Before we dive into code, let's make sure you have JBullet set up in your project. If you're using Maven, add the JBullet dependency in your pom.xml. If you're using another build tool, you'll need to download the JBullet jars. Now let's initialize the physics world. We'll begin by creating a simple physics world where our objects can interact. In this setup, we've initialized the core components of our physics engine, the broad phase and the collision dispatcher, and created the dynamics world object. Make sure to call the setup method to initiate the physics environment. Next, let's create some simple rigid bodies. Rigid bodies are objects that follow Newtonian physics. We will create a simple ground and a falling box in our world. Here, we have created two methods, createGround and createFallingBox. The createGround method forms the base, while the createFallingBox method will mimic a falling object in our physics simulation. Next, we need to update the physics simulation. The physics world operates in discrete steps, so we will set up a loop that updates it accordingly. The update method takes a delta time, which represents the time passed between each frame. This method updates the entire physics simulation, moving the bodies through space based on applied forces and collisions. Now let's incorporate a very basic rendering loop that integrates with our physics world. This means that each frame, we will update our physics simulation and potentially render our objects. In this render loop, we update our physics world every frame at a rate of 60 frames per second. Now, you would typically call your rendering functions after the physics update to visualize the new positions of your objects. Now that we have all the core components, let's craft an example scene. A ground plane with a box falling onto it. We'll execute this in the main method. In our main method, we create an instance of our physics world, set it up, create the ground and the box, and start the rendering loop. When you run this program, you should see the physics simulation in action. Let's enhance our simulation by adding some forces and constraints. Physics engines allow you to apply forces to rigid bodies, which can lead to more complex behavior. In the apply force method, we define a force vector that simulates gravity. This force will be applied to the box, making it accelerate downwards. Next, let's implement collision detection. We can use the provided collision callbacks to respond to collisions in a more controlled manner. The custom collision listener class extends a hypothetical collision listener interface. By overriding the on-collision method, we can log to the console every time two objects collide. Integrate this listener into your dynamics world. We have built a foundation to implement basic physics in Java using JBullet. You can enhance this foundation by implementing complex shapes, rotations, or even integrating with graphic rendering libraries. That's it for this tutorial. Remember, with JBullet, you can create complex simulations that can enhance games, simulations, or any application requiring physics. Be sure to explore the comprehensive documentation for deeper insights. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials on Java programming and game development. Thank you for watching.